What is going on, everybody? Yeah, so I've been thinking about it for a few weeks. I don't know how long it's been since I started doing Twitch streaming. It can't be any more than 2 months. It's probably less than 2 months. I decided to give Twitch a try. At the I guess urging about that's not the right word for it. Recommendation. Yeah, the recommendation of a few people who stream on Twitch themselves. They're like, yeah, you should go to Twitch. It's much better for gaming. And their logic was, there's like a better community over there for small streamers. And we could all support each other and post each other, rate each other, blah blah blah. No, not really. That was literally the only reason that I decided to give Twitch a real go of it. I did it twice before, like once last year for 3 months when I got a YouTube ban, and then I did it again this year. I think it was during the summer. I think it was summer. I don't know. Yeah, I got another ban, and then I came back to YouTube. But then after I don't know, 2 or 3 months, I was thinking man, maybe I should give Twitch a fair shake. People are telling me that I wasn't on it long enough. And this time I was on it for the third time. I was on it the shortest amount of time. And I just wanted to go back to YouTube. That's what I'm familiar with. That's what I've been trying to build up. And my watch time has suffered tremendously since I stopped streaming games over here. It's gone down a lot. And my Twitch growth is just minimal. Not very much. And honestly, the biggest reason was because I was hoping I would get hosted and rated. Maybe sometimes. Obviously not all the time, but sometimes. I'd say it's probably happened once. It's a very rare occurrence. Maybe it's just me, but it's a very rare occurrence. And that's all. And at the end of the day, that's all that really matters is what works for me and what doesn't work for me. Other people might say hey, I get rated all the time as a small streamer. That's great. But it wasn't happening for me. Technically, you can still raid on YouTube. You can't host, but you can still raid on YouTube. You just have to do it, in a manual way. Which I have been rated on YouTube more than Twitch. It's just more, manual. You tell some people, hey, everybody go check out this guy's channel. He's streaming right now. Whereas Twitch, it's put in some kind of command in the chat and it sends everybody there when you're finished, which is pretty cool. I wish YouTube had that. But honestly, I feel like that community that I was told that would be there is not there, and I noticed no difference in terms of viewership between YouTube and Twitch. If anything, I feel like Twitch at times had way less interaction. I don't know. I just I feel like I do better on YouTube. And yeah, I prefer the way YouTube does it with views versus watch time. Twitch is all about concurrent viewers and YouTube is all about total watch time. And I've already built up a lot of watch time, so I like to keep building on that. I also like being able to, this is even bigger, much bigger. I started with a small explanation first, but the bigger reason is I like to be able to schedule individual streams. Twitch, you can only do that if you have a set weekly schedule that you're sticking to, and I don't do that. So I like the ability to set a day and specific time for a stream, and people can click a set reminder button on it. Each individual stream, which is nice. So yeah, because I don't have a set weekly schedule with a specific game. It changes up a lot. So I need a scheduling system that I can change up on the fly constantly and just do it manually. I do wish that there was a weekly scheduler, a calendar on YouTube, because I do like that Twitch has that, but they don't have it like YouTube has it. I feel like both of them have something that the other doesn't have. Twitch has the rating and the hosting. YouTube has the individual scheduling, and Twitch has the sort of like calendar thing, which I think is cool as well. But it just doesn't work for me. It works for a lot of people, I'm sure, but it does not work for me. Unless Twitch is your job and you make a lot of money from it, the calendar thing is not really a good idea. Because you don't want to sit there and make a set schedule, you know, and have a set schedule every week for people to see that, and then not be able to live up to that. So I like to set my streams as they come. I do schedule them in advance, you know, I try to get them in advance, anywhere from like 12 hours to 24 hours, maybe 2 days, which is pretty rare for me to schedule something that far in advance. Because oftentimes I just can't. But yeah, I would hate to like actually set up a weekly schedule and then not live up to that. I feel like that would drive people away if they're expecting the same thing on a weekly basis and I'm not able to deliver that, or I don't want to anymore. And I constantly change my mind. So, and then the other thing, this is a pretty big one too, but it's less than scheduling. The scheduling I think is the most important part. This one's also pretty important, but to a lesser degree. The ability to have your own custom thumbnails. Twitch just takes screenshots. Like the longer your stream goes on, like at various times they'll take a screenshot and that'll be your thumbnail, and I don't like that. Basically, that requires you to have a really good title, and which you should anyway. But it's putting more focus on the title rather than the title and the thumbnail combo to entice people to click. And yeah, basically, like for Twitch, you have to make sure you're constantly doing shit. Like you gotta have a good layout, good background. You gotta have good action on the screen with your game. You gotta be like reacting, you know, maybe making good facial reactions or using your hands and arms and shit. You know, you wanna make it look like you're having fun in the screenshot. Because if your face looks bored and you're just staring at the screen, then if Twitch decides, hey, that's your thumbnail right now, people are like, oh, he looks bored playing that game. He looks like he's just sitting there playing it. And there's not a whole lot going on with his layout. You know, it's not very colorful. It's not very nice looking. It's pretty plain, generic. Whereas YouTube, you can, yeah, I guess in a way that's kind of tricking people. Not necessarily, but sometimes, yes. Because sometimes you might be more entertaining than your visuals let on. But it's nice to have a thumbnail. I like to have like custom thumbnails for YouTube streams. Yeah, so switching back over to YouTube, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a permanent switch back this time. Like, I gotta stop switching back and forth between the two. I gave Twitch three tries, and yeah, it's just not for me. It's not that I don't like Twitch, it's just that I like YouTube better. And honestly, like, there's this part of me that's just like, man, you really didn't give Twitch long enough. But I gave it 3 different times. 3 months last year, 3 months this year, and then like a couple months here recently. I'm just like, it's just not for me. It's just not for me. I'm not a Twitch guy, I'm a YouTube guy. And honestly, like, I just got the community tab, and it feels kind of weird telling people on my YouTube community tab, hey, I'm Twitch streaming. Because people are like, what the fuck? Why you got this new community tab? And the very first, because I got the community tab right after I started switching over to Twitch and telling everybody about it. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna be on Twitch now. And then YouTube changes its policy. I get a community tab. Like, finally, I've always wanted that. But then I'm over on Twitch, like, I'm like constantly making posts about, hey, I know you're on my YouTube page and all, you're on my community tab, but fuck YouTube, go check out my Twitch pic. It's like no, it would make more sense to switch back to YouTube now that I have the community tab. It would just make more sense. Yeah, it just does. So I'm gonna be back to live streaming on YouTube. Now the big question is, I didn't put this in the title. I should have. I don't have any like set plans, but I'm pretty sure this is what I'm gonna do. Like, I know I'm gonna play these games, I just don't know what order, and what the schedule is gonna look like for these games. For the rest of this year, I'm gonna be focusing on, obviously, as you can tell by the screen, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, the remake that just came out a couple days ago, and I'm gonna go get it. Yeah, I mean, I beat the game at least 2 or 3 times. Way back on the DS Lite, you know, when I got it. Man, I was really young. I think it was, well, I know it came out in 2006, but I think I got it in 2007. I got a DS Lite, and yeah, the DS Lite was new. I don't know how old the DS Lite was. I really don't know. Actually, like DS Lite, because I actually don't know when the DS Lite came out. I want to say I got it. It came out June 2006. Okay, so I got it like a year later. Yeah, I got it a year later, and then Pokemon Diamond and Pearl came out September 2006, so a little bit later. So that was one of those first games that came out for it. But I got mine in like somewhere in 2007. I don't actually know when. Spring, summer. Well, who knows? Somewhere in 2007. I remember that. I could be wrong though. Maybe I do remember getting it though, like when it was still like a fresh thing. It was the newest Pokemon game, the newest DS, but it was still full price, I believe. Everything was still full price. Anyways, I'm pretty sure I beat the game at least 2 or 3 times, and I really enjoyed it. So I figured, hey, I'll get it. I mean, I never finished Shield, Pokemon Shield, which is unfortunate. Because the last time I bought a Pokemon game was like 2011. I think it was like black and white. I don't know which one I got, black or white. Don't remember. It's the one that has the black legendary Pokemon, so maybe that's white. Because I think the colors are like opposite or something like that. And Pokemon Black has like a white legendary, and Pokemon White has a black colored legendary. They're like some kind of dragon, or I don't know, winged creature. I don't know what the fuck they are, honestly, because Pokemon stopped being good after like, I don't know, fourth generation. I'd say Diamond and Pearl were the last ones I really enjoyed. I did finish the Black and White series, I think. Pretty sure I finished that. Yeah, I finished it. That was the last time I finished and bought a Pokemon game. And then I bought Shield last year for Switch, and didn't finish it. Yeah, Pokemon's just not as good anymore. And Pokemon, the more generations that kept going on, the more they kept adding these like stupid looking Pokemon. But I am excited about this one because, like, yeah, it's a remake, and yeah, it's a Pokemon game, but it's an old Pokemon game. So I know it's going to be good, and I know I'm going to have fun playing it, revisiting it, and it's going to be purely based off nostalgia that I have enjoyment in streaming it. It's very popular right now too, for streaming. So I'm going to be playing that. I'll probably go get the game today physically. I want to get the cartridge. I don't want to get it digitally. And then I know I said that I was taking a break from Ryu ga Gotoku games, and that I had no interest in Yakuza Like a Dragon because it's a new character and it's a turn-based RPG. However, after playing Lost Judgment and finding out that the Tojo clan basically got broken up somehow, they don't explain, they don't elaborate why they broke up. Maybe they're forced to disband, I don't know, maybe by the government. But apparently this happened during Yakuza Like a Dragon. So, which is, the story is set between Judgment and Lost Judgment, so I have to go back and check it out. And fortunately, it is a Black Friday sale, and so I'll be purchasing, I guess, Legendary Hero Edition, because it's 50% off, so instead of 90, it's like 45 bucks, which is like, hell yeah. and it's got a bunch of like stat boost crap and extra shit, which is good because it'll probably help me out because I hate turn-based RPGs. I hate level grinding. So as long as it's got a good story, that's really all that matters. I really want to see what happens. And yeah, so I'll be playing those 2 games. I don't know when I'll start Like a Dragon because I thought I was going to take a break from Yakuza games. Because for like over a year I streamed Yakuza 0 through 6 and Judgment twice, and then lost Judgment recently here like a couple weeks ago. So I think I'm going to do Pokemon first, while that's like the hot thing. Because the Yakuza Like a Dragon's already dead. It's dead. But Pokemon, you know, Diamond Pearl Remake, it's hot right now. And yeah, so I'm going to play that. And I'm thinking about playing the Mass Effect trilogy. I played the first Mass Effect when I was like, I don't know how old I was. It was when the 360 was brand new, and the first Mass Effect just came out. And I remember trying to play it, and I didn't get very far in the first game. There was too much dialogue, too much talking, and the shooting combat sucked ass, so I quit playing. And I never really got to see what came of the trilogy. And apparently I missed out on a lot, because apparently your choices affect not only that game, but it carries your save file over with your character, and it affects the second game and the third game. Like, it's all one big, you know, choose your own adventure thing, you know, where all your choices and your dialogue choices change the entire trilogy's story. And now they've remastered it. It's all in a convenient bundle. Right now it's like 40% off. So it's like, I think it's like $35. And I'm just like, yeah, I definitely want to pick that up and try it out. And nowadays I'm a lot older than I was back then. Probably like 12 years older, so I'm a lot more patient with that kind of shit because I've played a lot of like Yakuza games, so I'm used to lengthy cutscenes and lots of dialogue. I'm a lot more used to it, a lot more patient for it. Back then I didn't know about the whole, oh, your choices have massive consequences. I mean, I guess I should have known that. Mass Effect. But I was young and dumb and ignorant. But I'll give it a second try, and I'm sure I'll like it better this time. And I'm going into it with the mindset that there's going to be lots of talking, and I'm probably used to that now. And that the shooting combat's probably going to be shitty, but that's not why I'm playing it. And it's the same way with Yakuza Like a Dragon. I don't like turn-based RPGs. I know it's going to suck compared to the brawling of the original Yakuza series. So I'm going in with the mindset that I'm going to get my enjoyment out of the stories and characters. And with Pokemon Diamond Remake, again, competitive turn-based RPGs, I'm going in with the mindset that I'm going to have fun with nostalgia. So that's what I try to do. I try to find, you know, positives about these games. Which is kind of funny. You think, like, well, why the fuck are you buying these games if you're not entirely sure you're going to enjoy all of them? I was like, well, I think there's a lot of games that are like that. You know, it's very rare that I find a game anymore where it's just 100%. I love it 100%. I loved Ghost of Tsushima, like, a lot. Like, I have so much positive to say about that and very little negative. So yeah, I guess there is some, but it's rare nowadays. They just don't make games as good as they used to. They're not as fun as they used to be. And then going forward, like, I think those 3 games are going to be my focus for the rest of this year and moving into the New Year's. And then I would like to get the new Pokemon Switch game. Was it Legends Arceus? How do you say his name? Arceus? I would like to get that game. The game comes out January 22nd. I'm interested in it. And then there's this game called Sifu, which looks like some kind of kung fu kind of game. It looks pretty interesting. I know nothing about it. I saw like a small trailer on Twitter. I was like, hey, that looks kind of interesting. And so maybe I'll check that out. That comes out like in February, I believe. And then in March, I think March 22nd, 23rd, I don't know. They have a new Final Fantasy game coming out that looks really cool. So maybe I will be checking that out when it comes out. There was a demo for it. There was like 2 different demos that I saw people live streaming. I saw Hololive, like, I think it was a corner or something. She was like, maybe that was a special demo she got. But I thought I saw other streamers, you know, with clips of them playing the game, and I was like, Was that for only certain people, or is it for a limited time? Because I looked it up and I don't see any demos for this Stranger Paradise, what is it, Final Fantasy Origin. It looks cool though. Yeah, I've seen the trailer and it looks interesting. Yeah, so other than that, I don't really have any other plans. So, Pokemon Diamond Remake, Yakuza Like a Dragon, Mass Effect Trilogy, and then into the new year, Pokemon Legends, maybe Sifu, however you say it, and possibly the Final Fantasy Origin game. Also, I'm going on a trip this week. In a couple days, I'll be taking a 2-day trip to Yamaguchi Prefecture. Never been there before, so there will be a vlog. Look forward to that. That'll be cool. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Hopefully, I will see more people on my YouTube streams than before. Took a nice break. I mean, I was still doing my little chat stuff here, but let's be honest. How many of you guys actually click on this? Probably not very many, if at all. So, it'll be nice to get back on YouTube for the gaming stuff. And hopefully have some fun. It's possible. What time? Okay, it's possible that in the next 12 hours, I might be on YouTube with Pokemon Diamond Remake, possibly. Don't know yet. So, we'll just have to see how it goes. Yeah, so thanks for checking in. I will see you on the next YouTube live stream. See ya.